What's up, fight fans? I'm Jay Gatto, and welcome to the Boxing Jedi's Temple. I'm Jay Gatto, the Boxing Jedi, and I'm out here on a hot fucking day in Florida. As you can see, my skin is fucking glistening like a motherfucker. It's because I'm sweaty. You know, I'm sitting out in the front of my house, and I'm just saying, man, check it out. Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. Now, I had told you guys not to sleep on Ruiz because Ruiz only has one loss. At the same time, my man Ruiz has those hands. A lot of Deontay Wilder fans, you know, say, oh, he lost to a fat guy, but I don't see Deontay Wilder fighting him. The same fans said, oh, he fought an old Klitschko, but we don't see Wilder fighting Klitschko. And they talked a lot of other shit about all the Joshua's opponents, but Wilder was nowhere to be found to have them on his fucking fight selection, right? So now everybody on Wilder's side and are happy, and most of them are happy because the pressure gasket is off of Wilder. You know what I mean? He no longer has to, worry about Anthony Joshua. He no longer, okay, no problem. He no longer has to worry about Anthony Joshua. Okay, no problem. He should be doing, and you guys, the Wilder fans that is, should be doing exactly what Baby Miller did, which was hold his face and say nothing because he blew an opportunity. But Deontay Wilder should be holding his face, and somebody should be holding him up because he missed out on $110 million, $120 million. You feel what I'm saying? That's not very smart. Now, those that are cheering that Wilder lost too. Now, of course, the title now is in PBC, the titles, right? With Ruiz. But there's a rematch clause. A lot of these guys, because, they don't know exactly what it is for a fighter to, feel down at a press conference. A lot of them are saying, oh, AJ looked, right? Like they're certified. AJ looked like he didn't want any of the rematch. He looked like he was ready to hang it up. These are your premature notions. These are your wishes. These are also biases that are coming from these neo-boxing, fight fans. I gotta put my sunglasses on because it's sunny as a motherfucker. I'm in my shade right now. And just basically, man, it's a thing where it was the inevitable that Joshua was going to lose to a high volume puncher, which is, and a good fighter, which is what you see in Andy Ruiz. Now, a lot of you guys can't say, oh, Jay, you talking shit, because I always tell you to go back. I tell you to go back. You can also hear me on Raphael Dawkins Boxing Talk Radio. You know what I mean? On there saying the shit before the fight too. That Andy Ruiz was one that cannot be slept on. And I'm going to tell you like this too. Andy Ruiz will most definitely put the beats on Wilder too. All Wilder got is a good 1-2. Really one, but he's got that jab to bring your defense down, to penetrate that right. And yes, he does know how to land the right. Yes, he does. But you Wilder guys have to understand is that Wilder's worried too. You know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz is no walk in the park. Another thing I want to mention is that Andy Ruiz is the first Mexican-American to be, a heavyweight, Mexican-American champion. He wasn't born in in Mexico. He was born here in the States, but he is representing his heritage in Mexico, no doubt. So, he can claim that, but at the same time, if we're really talking logic, he's not the the Mexican. You feel what I'm saying? But he is representing Mexico. Peace to y'all. Congratulations, you got yourself a heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? Peace to Andy Ruiz as well. Anthony Joshua, his whole thing was his conditioning, and I keep telling people this, but they want to keep on with the conspiracy theories and shit. I keep telling everybody that this had to do a lot with his conditioning. His conditioning, look, Ken Norton, big muscular frame, right? Ron Lyle, big muscular frame. A lot of these guys came up short, even though their conditioning was much better back in the days, but it was because they had too much muscle. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of energy. You expend a lot when you have a lot of muscle. So Anthony Joshua must slim down a bit. He must lose some of the muscle. He must lose some of that fat. You know what I mean? Because, along with that muscle, there's some fat on there. He's not like 3% body fat, and, he would have been crazy, more crazy cut. So he's got some poundage, and I think he should go down to at least 230. You know what I mean? 235. That would be very good for Anthony Joshua. But he needs a good conditioning coach. You know what I mean? If he's not going to switch, trainers, which I think he shouldn't, just work on your conditioning. That's all you can do. Everything else is fine. Another thing that got Anthony Joshua out of there was, he tried to impress. He tried to finish quickly and got caught. He tried to hook with a great masterful hooker and got caught. He got over anxious. This is exactly what happened. Now, I just want to make one more thing clear, that everybody that's out there saying that, Anthony Joshua, was never good. Explain all his other fights. Regardless, he was gassed out and he still knocked motherfuckers out. Does that count for anything? See, this is the demographics that I speak of when I talk about casuals and even hardcores that put themselves in a casual fucking put themselves in a casual file simply because to take credit away from Joshua now because he has one loss, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. Makes one sound very unknowledgeable of the sport. You know what I mean? But when he had he was great. I mean, it's ridiculous. This goes to every fight fan that's out there saying this bullshit. You know what I mean? Even people that were riding with Joshua, the casuals, are even saying that, AJ was never nothing. You guys are sadly mistaken. Now the rematch. Let's speak on the rematch. Well, I do believe that Anthony Joshua will be a bit more cautious in the rematch. Now that he knows that Andy Ruiz can punch, Andy Ruiz can fucking box. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Now, if Andy Ruiz gets past Anthony Joshua in the rematch, would you Wilder fans want Andy Ruiz? I don't think so. I don't even think Wilder would want. I don't even think Deontay Wilder would want any parts of Ruiz. You feel what I'm saying? And Ruiz does have the pedigree to bring Wilder down. All Wilder has is just that one fucking punch. You know what I mean? That's all it is. No hate. If you want to put it in that category, you can do that. But you'll be sadly mistaken and wrong. But there is no hate coming from here. It's just pure logic. You know what I mean? So Anthony Joshua loses to a very worthy opponent. You know what I mean? And a loss is a lesson. It is what it is. And let's see exactly what the future holds for the rematch. You know what I mean? Otherwise than that, I'm your boy, Jay Cotto. Tell the truth within the sport of boxing, Star Wars, the movies, and life itself. God bless. Stay vigilant. # come back to boxing. May the force be with you. Peace.